नमस्कार। भारत की राष्ट्रपति माननीय श्रीमती द्रौपदी मुर्मू जी, राष्ट्रपति की सचिव श्रीमती दीप्ति उमाशंकर, नागरिक उड्डयन मंत्रालय के सचिव श्री वुमलुनमांग मुवालनाम, यहाँ उपस्थित वरिष्ठ अधिकारीगण, देवियों और सज्जनों, आप सभी का इस विशेष आयोजन में बहुत बहुत स्वागत और अभिनंदन। राष्ट्रपति महोदया के प्रेरक और अनुकरणीय मार्गदर्शन में राष्ट्रपति भवन द्वारा बहुत से अभिनव प्रयोग किए जा रहे हैं, जिसमें से एक विशिष्ट पहल है राष्ट्रपति जनता के साथ। इसका उद्देश्य आम जनता और विशेषकर अपने क्षेत्रों में विशेष योगदान करने वाली और तमाम बाधाओं को पीछे छोड़कर सफलता हासिल करने वाली महिलाओं और विशिष्ट अचीवर से भेंट करना, उनके योगदान को मान्यता देना और उनका उत्साहवर्धन करना है। प्रेसिडेंट विद द पीपल इनिशिएटिव श्रृंखला की तीसरी कड़ी में आज हम नागरिक उड्डयन यानी सिविल एविएशन के क्षेत्र में नए मुकाम हासिल करने वाली ऐसी कुछ महिलाओं का स्वागत कर रहे हैं, जिन्होंने अपने सपनों को हौसलों की उड़ान की बदौलत साकार कर दिखाया है। At the outset, I would like to invite Additional Secretary to the President, Dr. Rakesh Gupta, for a brief introduction about today's program.
Srimati Droupadi Murmu, Honorable President of India, senior officers from the President's Secretariat and Ministry of Civil Aviation, and the distinguished women achievers in Indian Aviation Sector. It is my immense privilege to stand before you today at this very special gathering of the President with the People initiative. This program is an endeavor that Rashtrapati Bhavan has embarked upon to provide an invaluable platform for acknowledging and celebrating the achievements of individuals whose contributions are shaping India's journey forward. In the earlier two editions, outstanding sportspersons and women startup trailblazers and leaders shared their life stories with the Honorable President and all of us. Under the Honorable President's guidance, the President with the People program has evolved into a vibrant platform that celebrates diversity, resilience, and innovation in every corner of our society. Through interactions like this, leaders like you instill a deep sense of pride in our nation's changemakers, and in the process, inspire many others to follow your path and footsteps. Today's edition, which brings together pioneering work in civil aviation, holds exceptional significance as we honor those who have dared to defy stereotypes, conquer challenges, and inspire a generation by rising to lead in a field traditionally dominated by men. Today, we have with us women from all across the spectrum: pilots, regulators, ground engineers, airport managers, cabin crew, researchers, and entrepreneurs. We are here to celebrate the remarkable strides made by women in civil aviation, a sector that represents not only cutting-edge technology and technical expertise, but also courage and resilience. As you all know, aviation has been a symbol of progress and innovation across the globe, and today we recognize how Indian women have become an integral part of this process. Today, women make up 15% of India's air traffic controllers, 11% of flight dispatchers, and 9% of aerospace engineers. Each one of these roles require precision, expertise, and an unyielding commitment to safety. And women across India are excelling in these areas, pushing the boundaries further. Today, as we gather to acknowledge these impressive accomplishments, we must also recognize the broader impact you all are creating. The barriers that have been broken by women in civil aviation not only benefit the sector, but have a ripple effect across the society. All of you and many others like you inspire young girls in towns, cities, and villages, showing them that their aspirations are valid, that their dreams are achievable, and that the sky truly is the limit. You are not just breaking glass ceilings. You are redefining the possibilities for generations to come. Your contributions remind us of the limitless potential of Indian women and the power of an incredible India. We heartily welcome you all, and we really look forward to hearing from you, the shining stars of the civil aviation sector. Jai Hind.
नागरिक उड्डयन मंत्रालय के सचिव श्री वुमलुनमांग मुवालनाम से अब अनुरोध है कि वे आज के इस कार्यक्रम के विषय में अपने विचार हमारे साथ साझा करें।
आदरणीय राष्ट्रपति महोदय, वरिष्ठ अधिकारीगण और नागर विमानन के विभिन्न क्षेत्रों में की सफल महिलाएं, इस प्रेरक कार्यक्रम में शामिल होना हमारे लिए गर्व का विषय है। इस विशेष कार्यक्रम के आयोजन में आपका नेतृत्व, विमानन क्षेत्र के सभी पक्षों जैसे पायलट्स, एंटरप्रेन्योर्स, कैबिन स्टाफ, ग्राउंड स्टाफ, एयर ट्रैफिक कंट्रोलर्स, मेंटेनेंस इंजीनियर्स, रेगुलेटर, एयरपोर्ट मैनेजर और अन्य क्षेत्रों में महिलाओं के मूल्यवान योगदान को मान्यता प्रदान करने में हमारे देश की प्रतिबद्धता को दर्शाता है। पिछले 10 वर्षों में नागर विमानन क्षेत्र में व्यापक विकास हुआ है। हवाई अड्डों की संख्या 2014 में 74 से बढ़कर आज 157 हो गई है। शेड्यूल कमर्शियल ऑपरेशंस के लिए विमानों की संख्या 2014 में 400 से बढ़कर आज 813 हो गई है। माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के मार्गदर्शन में आरसीएस उड़ान योजना देश के विभिन्न भागों को जोड़ने में सफल रही है। इस योजना के तहत अब तक 2.8 लाख उड़ानों में 144 लाख यात्रियों ने यात्रा की है और 601 आरसीएस मार्ग संचालित हो चुके हैं। विमानन क्षेत्र में महिला प्रतिभा को बढ़ावा देने में भारत की सफलता वैश्विक स्तर की तुलना में और भी अधिक महत्वपूर्ण हो जाती है। भारत में लगभग 15% महिला पायलट हैं। देश के 15% एयर ट्रैफिक कंट्रोलर्स महिलाएं हैं, 11% फ्लाइट डिस्पैचर्स महिलाएं हैं और 9% एरोस्पेस इंजीनियर्स महिलाएं हैं। इसके अलावा डीजीसीए हमारे रेगुलेटर, उसमें फ्लाइट ऑपरेशन इंस्पेक्टर्स में 33% महिलाएं हैं। विमानन क्षेत्र में लैंगिक समानता को बढ़ावा देने के लिए सरकार ने व्यवसाय के स्टेक होल्डर्स के लिए नागर विमानन क्षेत्र में लैंगिक समानता पर एक एडवाइजरी जारी की है ताकि भारत के एविएशन इंडस्ट्री में 2025 तक विभिन्न पदों पर महिलाओं की संख्या 25% तक बढ़ाई जा सके। मैं आदरणीय राष्ट्रपति महोदय को दिल से आभार व्यक्त करना चाहता हूं कि उन्होंने हमें मार्गदर्शन देने के लिए अपने अमूल्य समय निकाला। आपका नेतृत्व और मार्गदर्शन हम सभी को प्रेरणा देगा। हमें विश्वास है कि यह सम्मान विमानन क्षेत्र और अन्य क्षेत्रों में महिलाओं को और अधिक प्रेरणा प्रदान करेगा। धन्यवाद। जय हिंद।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सर। Now I would like to request our women achievers to share their experiences with us. सबसे पहले हम आमंत्रित कर रहे हैं मिस तुहिनांशु शर्मा को, जो डीजीसीए में जॉइंट डायरेक्टर जनरल के पद पर कार्यरत हैं।
Respected Rashtrapati Bhavan ji, thank you for the honor bestowed on me and my fellow aviation women achievers. I started my aviation journey in 1983 when, after completing my schooling from an all-girls convent school, I joined aircraft maintenance engineers course in Delhi. Wherein amongst 30 odd students, I was the only female. At the time, it was expected that girls would get married and become housewives, or at the most certain, become a teacher. This journey was because of the support of my parents. I completed my course and attained aircraft maintenance engineer's license, which primarily the function is to maintain aircraft for safe operations. I joined an airline wherein I worked on large transport category aircraft, and thereafter I joined the regulator DGCA. My experience in the airline immensely helped me in my 35 years with the regulator, where with my wonderful team, I constantly ensure that airlines are maintaining their aircraft properly so that safe operations can be conducted. I am really proud to announce here in front of you that I am the only certified ICAO International Civil Aviation Organization auditor. We conduct audit of various countries as part of that team, wherein all the global standards which are set up by this international agency are audited. And there are close to 12,000 standards, global standards, which we follow. This experience has helped me in serving my country, and India has been able to attain a compliance of 85.65%, which is very high scoring in this audit. Apart from this, I am also a safety management expert on the ICAO panel, wherein my significant contribution has been in laying down safety management standards for aviation. This journey would have been incomplete if my family would not have supported me. I thank my parents, my in-laws, my husband, my children, who have always been a support in this journey. And today I stand here, which is a testimony of their support, their guidance and sacrifice before you on this auspicious day. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Good morning, Honorable President. I am Dr. Sarita Alawat. I am the MD and co-founder of a startup from IIT Delhi. We have built a capability to fly not only hundreds of drones but thousands of drones simultaneously, operated by a single person. And for this capability, we have developed both the hardware and the software indigenously, all at IIT Delhi. And interestingly, we actually started our journey back in 2016 and struggled for 5 years for funding and support and everything. But our first break came from Rashtrapati Bhavan. In 2022, we were asked to fly 1,000 drones for the beating retreat, and we flew successfully in the presence of then President and the current Prime Minister. And later, in 2023, we wanted to fly 3,500 drones for you, and we prepared very hard in the harsh weather of Delhi for 2 months in December and January. Unfortunately, that year on beating retreat, it rained very heavily, and the whole project got washed out, and our dream also. But I'm very happy to share that recently, just a couple of weeks back, we managed to fly 5,500 drones simultaneously through single computer, one operator in Vijayawada. And that was a world record in 5 different categories. It was recognized by Guinness World Record of Book. And we are taking this technology all across India, but we are not limited to that. We have taken our technology to Africa, several countries in Africa, Sri Lanka. And so we are not limiting this technology to only media and entertainment. Now we are working on deep technology for defense and other civilian applications. And in this presence of all civil aviation community, I want to say everybody strongly believes India is going to be a great power in technology, aviation, and being a startup, we want to be a small part of that. Thank you so much for your time, ma'am.
Namaskaram, Honorable President of India. I am Captain Bindu Sebastian. Today I will share with you my story, ma'am. I joined the Indian Air Force 30 years ago in the pioneer batch of women pilots, coming from a small place called Iratupeta in Kottayam district of Kerala, and having studied in a local school. It was indeed a privilege to be selected among the first batch of women pilots. With the support of my parents, a not so sure college girl who could just about express herself in a passable English, along with 6 others, including Captain Archana Kapoor, who's present here today, shattered the glass ceiling to become the first women pilots of the Indian Air Force. 15 years in the Indian Air Force, as a transport pilot, I achieved the highest flying category of Air Master Green. I had the privilege of participating in the Republic Day Parade in 1998 and was commended by the Chief of Air Staff. I transitioned to civil aviation in the year 2009, and I am also a trainer. During COVID-19, I had this unique opportunity to undertake multiple evacuation missions called Vande Bharat with Air India Express. In my hometown, and also maybe in the whole of Kerala, I became a beacon of hope for the aspiring little girls. My neighbors pointed at me and said, "Here goes the girl who is a pilot in the Indian Air Force." Whether marching in the Republic Day parade or walking in the terminal to operate an aeroplane, I believe there would have been a little girl who would have looked at me and dreamed to be a pilot or dreamed to be something bigger. As media reported on women pilots undertaking evacuation operations, I'm sure it broke more barriers and inspired our women to reach for the skies. Thank you, esteemed President, for honoring us, as it not only motivates us, but it inspires other women across the country to aim for the skies. But I believe if we dare to dream, sky is not the limit, but the universe opens up for us. Thank you for hearing me.
Vanakkam, Honorable Madam President, and good morning to all my fellow aviators. It's a true honor to stand before you all today and share my journey, especially in presence of Honorable Madam President. As a woman navigating in a challenging world, I, Sudha Devi Jayaprakash, come from family where I am proud to be the first graduate. My path has been filled with obstacles, not just in my studies, but throughout my career. I began my journey in aviation without prior knowledge, but driven by my self-determination to learn and grow. After experiencing multiple organization shutdowns, I faced a critical moment in my life where I could have walked away very easily. However, fueled by my passion, along with God's grace, the unwavering support of my family, and the kindness of those around me, I am proud to stand before you as a flight dispatcher. In this role, I provide essential information to the pilots, ensuring safety and efficiency in flight operations. All these 18 years, I lead by an example, preparing flight plans, conducting flight watch duties, studying NOTAMs, analyzing weather, MEL interpretations, briefing of pilots, all vitals for pilots and others. And I would like to thank Honorable Madam President for acknowledging our hard work and dedication, which we have all shown along in our journey, and for gathering us here today. And I would also want to express my sincere gratitude to my organization, Fly91, who has believed me and supported me and given me the opportunity to serve as the first flight dispatcher in this emerging airline. And I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to my husband and son who have supported in all my hardships. Finally, I would like to thank Honorable Madam President and all the women fellow aviators to given this opportunity and to share my journey. I believe this is going to be a tremendous boost for all aspiring women achievers in the aviation field. Thank you all. Nandri, Honorable Madam President. Vanakkam, Jai Hind.
नमस्कार आदरणीय राष्ट्रपति महोदया जी, अन्य योगी सदस्य और मेरे प्रिय साथी महिलाएं, आज मैं आपके सामने खड़ी हूँ ना ही सिर्फ अपनी कहानी लेकर, बल्कि उन सभी महिलाओं की उम्मीदों के साथ जो सपने देखने का हौसला रखती हैं। मेरा नाम ईशा पारेमो है और मैं जम्मू कश्मीर से हूँ, जहाँ मैंने सीखा है सपने भी पहाड़ों की तरह होते हैं, माने उन्हें पार करना। आज से 15 साल पहले मैंने जब आसमान की तरफ देखा तो मुझे अपना रास्ता दिखाई दिया। एक आम सी लड़की का जम्मू और कश्मीर से इंडिगो में कैबिन क्रू सुपरवाइज़र और हायरिंग मैनेजर बनने तक का सफ़र ये बताता है कि हम क्या कुछ नहीं कर सकते। गर्ल पावर का ये जज्बा मुझे रोज़ एक नई उम्मीद देता है। हर नई लड़की जो एविएशन से जुड़ती है वह एक नौकरी ही नहीं बल्कि एक नए सपने की शुरुआत करती है। इस सफ़र ने मुझे ये सबक सिखाया है कि कामयाबी सिर्फ अपने सपने पूरे करने में नहीं बल्कि दूसरों के सपनों को पंख देने में भी है। आज मैं देश के कोने कोने में जाकर युवा महिलाओं को एविएशन में भर्ती होने का अवसर भी देती हूँ तो उनकी आंखों में वही सपने देखती हूँ जो कभी मेरे भी थे। आज यहाँ बैठी कामयाब महिलाएं ही नहीं, उन नारी शक्ति को देख रही हूँ जो अपने हौसले से देश की तस्वीर बदल रही हैं। और मैं हर उस महिला को कहना चाहती हूँ कि जो मुश्किलें आपको रोकती हैं वही आपको आगे लेकर जाएंगी। आपके सपने छोटे नहीं हैं, ना ही आपकी उम्मीद। याद रखें, जब कोई कहे नहीं कर पाओगी तब अपनी कामयाबी से जवाब दो। आदरणीय राष्ट्रपति महोदया जी, आपका धन्यवाद कि आपने हमें ये मौका दिया कि हमारी आवाज़ दूसरों को हिम्मत दे सके। और यहाँ उपस्थित सभी महिलाओं से मेरा निवेदन है कि ऐसे ही आगे बढ़ते रहिए, देश को बेहतर बनाइए और प्रेरणा देते रहिए। धन्यवाद।
आदरणीय राष्ट्रपति महोदया, विशिष्ट अतिथिगण और मेरे प्रिय मित्रों, माय नेम इज शिल्पी कुमारी। नमस्कार। आदरणीय राष्ट्रपति महोदय, आपसे निवेदन है कि मैं आप ही के शहर, आप ही के क्षेत्र से हूँ। आपको बताना चाहती हूँ कि व्हेन आई स्टार्टेड माई जर्नी फ्रॉम अ स्मॉल टाउन इन झारखंड, aviation was definitely not my dream. I remember those days when I chose aviation as my destiny and had to convince us, my parents, my relatives, everyone, telling them that this is an industry that is going to grow in coming years. I remember when I started my journey as a training technician in SpiceJet, I had to fight a lot of odds in this male-dominated industry. But continued further with the support from everyone and my seniors, I progressed to become a deputy maintenance manager at Blue Dart Aviation. I also got my licenses endorsed and added 2 bachelor degrees, 2 master's degrees and an ongoing doctorate in my academic profile. Today, as a head of maintenance services at Airbus India, I feel that I've come far living the dream of that small town little girl who dreamt of becoming an aviator when she was growing up, looking at the planes above, gazing at them and imagining the engineering excellence that made these machines fly, because it was then when the dream of becoming an aircraft maintenance engineer started in my heart. The feather on the cap was added to me when I served as an aircraft maintenance engineer, ensuring that the medical logistics flew uninterrupted, both domestic and international, during COVID crisis. Despite the challenges of having a toddler, Gunagya, and my elderly parents, my determination to serve the country never wavered. The aviation industry has grown past few years a long way. From struggling to enter the industry, establishing ourselves, today we are here, Honorable President Ma'am, narrating our success stories, and I think the women in aviation have come far ahead. As a proud member of Women in Aviation India chapter, I am passionate to inspire girls from every corner of the country, telling them to join this industry, because today this industry has incredible opportunities for those who are willing to chase their dreams the way every woman sitting here has done in their career. There have been odds, there have been obstacles, but all of us, I think, has grown past with the support of their family. I got married to a software innovator, Mr. Abhinesh Mishra, and that's the biggest inspiration I would say, because it's very difficult for a woman having a child and got married and then you pursue your education. I completed all my higher education, including my doctorate, after my wedding. इसलिए मैं कहना चाहती हूँ मैडम, सभी लोग जो यहाँ उपस्थित हैं, कि हौसले हो जब ऊंचे और सपने हो सच्चे, मंजिलें खुद आएंगी जब इरादे हो पक्के, पंखों की नहीं हिम्मत की है ये उड़ान, और जब ठान ले दिल से तो छू लेंगे आसमान। आदरणीय राष्ट्रपति महोदय, आपके निरंतर और उत्कृष्ट समर्थन के लिए मैं आपको सविनय धन्यवाद करती हूँ। जय हिंद, जय भारत।
Respected President, Honorable President of India, and all the other dignitaries, a very warm good morning to all of you. I, Shamali Haldar, Executive Director, Air Traffic Management, Airports Authority of India. My journey begins from Nagpur. I was born in a family where my father was a staff artist in All India Radio. With 5 siblings, we were having a very meager amount of pay to look after all the 5 siblings. But we were happy with it, with one dining table, making it as a study table for all 5 siblings. We were able to come up to this position today. My journey did not end there. For my further studies, I had to forego many of the things which people would have aspired for. I had to compromise over the financial support over the things which I wanted to do. My family could not pay the fees for my further studies. I had foregone my engineering and medical selections and went for the normal studies of BSc Mathematics, and I earned for the fees through tuitions and did my studies in my further studies. Nature did not end there. More challenges had to come. When my baby was just 1.5 years, my husband left me. But it was a strength and my energy which helped me, my sacrifices, which made me to come to this level today. I would like to present to Honorable Madam, please, that we are air traffic controllers, my role does not end as an air traffic management. It is an amalgamation of many sections. One of them is the air traffic controller, who controls the flight right from the start of an aircraft till it docks to the destination. Second is where we keep the safe skies, where 8,000 aircrafts are flying per day pan-India. Other than that, we are doing the airspace management, where we are designing the routes, the route structures, and we have helped in the Udan RCS schemes, where 601 routes have been connectivity to India for Aam Aadmi to fly. Other than that, we are doing the aeronautical information services, where we are providing the information to all the airmen and to the world for aviators. Then we do not end there. We also have the search and rescue, where we are rescuing when the aircraft meets with an accident. The airspace management also license with the defense academies, defense forces, for the airspace usage to the maximum. With this, I would like to say some of my achievements, like I am the first female executive director in air traffic management, leading all the ATCOs. It is a pride and it is a challenge. I have been able to do the upper airspace harmonization with Kolkata and Guwahati, Kolkata and Varanasi, which has fuel efficiency was there, more routes with one vision of one India. Aircraft could just come in and fly with the same services, and the reduction of the carbon emissions footprints. When I was posted in Ranchi, madam, I was able to do under the CSR scheme, the areas which was having a water shortage, acute water shortage, we could install some of the tube wells where villagers were very happy about it. And other than that, the rescue sub-center in Guwahati was established by me, which helped because of the difficult terrains in India. And as you know, in the Northeast, it is the most difficult ones. I would like to thank Honorable President for giving me this opportunity to narrate my story, my journey from a 2-room flat to the Godavari of Presidential Secretariat. Thank you, Madam.
Honorable President, Madam Ji, distinguished guests, and my fellow women in aviation. My name is Triveni Rahate. I was born in a farmer's family in Pune, here in Maharashtra. My aviation journey began with Pavanans. Before that, my parents always wanted me to become independent through education. Like many girls, I moved to Mumbai, and I knew this was my chance to build something for myself. It's been 28 years I've been working in Pavanans Helicopters Limited, and as a chief aircraft engineer, I joined as a junior technician, and later on I acquired licenses on Dolphin fleet, and also I'm the first woman to have Sikorsky helicopter license in avionics in India, and it was a milestone for me to achieve this. Also, I mentor new students in our training schools and supervisor for Sikorsky and Dolphin helicopters. I encourage young girls and women I meet in my family and my community to dream big and work hard and determined to achieve the goals. With this, I thank you for letting me share my story with you, ma'am. Thank you. Jai Hind.
आप सभी का बहुत बहुत आभार अपने अमूल्य अनुभव हमारे साथ शेयर करने के लिए। अब हम देश की राष्ट्रपति माननीय श्रीमती द्रौपदी मुर्मू से विनम्र निवेदन करते हैं कि वे अपने आशीर्वचनों से हमें अनुग्रहित करें।
यहाँ उपस्थित सभी महिला अचीवर्स, सभी को स्वागत है, सभी को नमस्कार। आज आप सबसे मिलकर मुझे प्रसन्नता का अनुभव हो रही है। आप सभी महिलाएं ने एविएशन सेक्टर में अलग अलग तरह के नए कीर्तिमान स्थापित किए और अन्य महिलाओं के लिए प्रेरणा स्रोत बने हैं। मुझे ये देखकर खुशी हो रही कि भारत के नागरिक विमानन क्षेत्र में महिलाएं विभिन्न परिचालन और तकनीकी क्षेत्र में महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका निभा रहे हैं। मुझे बताया गया है कि देश के एयर ट्रैफिक कंट्रोलर्स में 15% महिलाएं हैं, फ्लाइट डिस्पैचर्स में 11% महिलाएं हैं और एरोस्पेस इंजीनियर्स में 9% महिलाएं हैं। मुझे ये भी बताया गया है कि पिछले वर्ष कमर्शियल लाइसेंस प्राप्त करने वाले पायलट्स में से 18% महिलाएं हैं, जो पहले की तुलना में बहुत अधिक है। महिलाओं की ये भागीदारी विशेष रूप से उत्साहजनक है, क्योंकि इन भूमिकाओं में परंपरागत रूप से पुरुषों का वर्चस्व रहा है। मैं नवीन सोच वाली और नए रास्ते पर चलने का हौसला रखने वाली सभी महिलाओं को मैं सराहना करती हूँ। भारत सरकार के समावेशी प्रयासों से सिविल एविएशन सेक्टर में महिलाओं की प्रगति को बल मिला है। इन प्रयासों के द्वारा अब और अधिक महिलाएं अपने करियर के लिए विमानन क्षेत्र में को चुन रहे हैं और इसमें सफलता भी प्राप्त कर रहे हैं। जब कोई अधिक सफलता और उत्कृष्टता प्राप्त करता है तो कहा जाता है कि उसने आसमान छू लिया। आप सब ने आसमान को छुआ ही नहीं, बल्कि आसमान को मुट्ठी में भर लिया है। मैं ये कहना चाहूँगी कि विमानन उद्योग में महिलाओं की भागीदारी बढ़ाने के साथ साथ ये भी आवश्यक है कि इस क्षेत्र में उन्हें आगे बढ़ने का सम्मान अवश्य मिले। आप सबको देखकर ये भी एहसास हो रही है कि उम्र कम या अधिक होने से या किसी दूर दराज क्षेत्र में रहने से किसी व्यक्ति की आकांक्षाओं और उत्साह में कमी नहीं आती है। मुझे ये देखकर हर्ष हो रही है कि 80 वर्ष की एक महिला उद्यमी भी हमारे बीच में और जगदलपुर के आदिवासी क्षेत्र से आई हुई एक बेटी भी यहाँ उपस्थित है। ये नई उत्साह के साथ विकसित होते हुए भारत की झलक यहाँ दिखाई दे रहा है। मुझे लगता है ये मिनी भारत यहाँ उपस्थित है। भारत के महिलाएं बेटियों की शिक्षा और उचित प्रशिक्षण के अलावा परिवार का सहयोग भी महत्वपूर्ण है। ये अक्सर देखा जाता है कि बहुत सी महिलाएं उच्च शिक्षा ग्रहण करने के बाद भी परिवार का सहयोग ना होने के कारण अपने सपनों को पूरा नहीं कर पाती। मैं आज यहाँ उपस्थित सभी वीमेन अचीवर्स से आग्रह करती हूँ कि आप अन्य बेटियों के लिए भी मार्गदर्शक बने और उन्हें अपना करियर चुनने और अपने सपनों को साकार करने के लिए प्रोत्साहित करें। अंत में आप सबको मैं हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं देती हूँ और आपके उज्जवल भविष्य की कामना करती हूँ। धन्यवाद।